Hello everyone, my name is Norman, welcome to OT1, and this time Arizona versus the Nashville Predators, Game 3. So Arizona in Game 1 and 2 lost their confidence and swagger whenever they conceded, though they proved that they can actually pick themselves up and score out of nowhere with 2 goals in 9 seconds late in the second game. I was very interested to see how they would recover from the loss and how Nashville plays with the momentum on their side. And they looked very solid, 4-5 great attempts that all looked like they could have gone in. Arizona looked a little lost, they looked to calm the game down, they looked to get a grip on the game, but it just did not work. 4 minutes into the game, Nashville already had 8 shots to Arizona's 1. It looked like this game was all Nashville's to win. They didn't know what to do, they didn't know how to deal with this high pressure and great offense from Nashville's side, as this game looked like it was going to be a walk in the park for Nashville. Arizona gets one shot, Christian Dvorak scores a goal, he opens the score on the night against their enough play, and what a way to potentially crush the opponent's confidence. Nashville didn't give Arizona any breathing room. Right after that, Darcy Kuemper already made 13 saves in the first 10 minutes. Arizona did not look confident. They perhaps had last game's loss in mind. They didn't do a great job of defending, but they were much more physical, and with 7:13 to go in the first, the shots were 17-3 to Nashville. 17-3 with 7 minutes to play in the first. And it just looked like Nashville were going to crush Arizona all the way. So the second picked up where the first left off. But whatever was said in Arizona's dressing room actually seemed to work. It definitely calmed the game down. They looked more inspired with confidence. And Keller was a hair away from getting another one for the Coyotes. Ekman Larsson takes a huge hit from Watson. He goes into the dressing room. He ends up coming back late into the second from that hit. But it was an early scare for the Coyotes. Their captain has gone one of their best D-men, probably their best D-man. How are they going to cope without him, with the score being only 1-0, as Nashville is probably going to take advantage of that. And they do. Arvidsson equalizes 8 minutes into the second, and we have a tie game again. How is Arizona going to respond? They did not respond well at all in Game 2. They nearly bottled it in Game 1. So the first penalty of the game actually came 11 minutes into the second. It was a very disciplined game, 5-on-5 the entire time. It was fast-paced and it was a great watch. Arizona's power play was very weak. They only tried to shoot from center ice with barely any openings, and they did not produce. The goal would actually arrive very early into the third via Turris. It wasn't a bad shot, but perhaps Darcy Kuemper should have had it. However, Matt Duchene, of all people, was in an offside position. There's a review and the goal gets disallowed. It stays 1-1. On a PK, Derek Stepan hit the pipes. Derek Stepan really had an excellent game. Everything seemed to go through him. Blocked a lot, he created a lot, he had some good chances. But if he can keep this going into Game 4 and potentially Game 5, I can definitely see Nashville having trouble dealing with him and Taylor Hall and Phil Kessel. The earlier goal that I predicted this time came through Connor Garland. This goal actually stands, and this Coyotes team looked confident and nothing like the team that lost 4-2. And they definitely look like they can do damage. Defensively though, the Coyotes can definitely do with improvement. They give a lot away. Nashville looked like they could have scored at any time if it wasn't for Darcy Kuemper. And the Preds come close to on several occasions, but Darcy Kuemper yet again turned it to a brick wall. He actually made 39 saves and 40 shots on the night. Great game for him. At that point, we all expected Nashville to just bombard the net and perhaps get a goal or two back. However, on a power play, Taylor Hall gives Arizona some breathing room. 3-1. I'm not going to say this game is over yet, as we saw in the previous games. 2 goals in 9 seconds at the end. You never know what's going to happen. The Coyotes did a great job of eating down the clock, keeping the puck in the corner, just making sure that clock is slowly ticking down to 0. And frustrating the Preds along the way. Arizona gets a 4th from the empty net, and this game is done and over. Arizona takes Game 3, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Coyotes. So Arizona did a great job of managing the game, and they responded very well to the onslaught. They did not let their heads drop when it looked like Nashville was going to score at any moment in the beginning. If Nashville took this game, the Arizona probably would have gone on to lose the third. But with this, my prediction of Arizona going through is still very likely to happen, and I can't wait for Game 4. So this has been it for the Arizona Coyotes versus Nashville Predators. Game 3, a very entertaining game, a very entertaining series so far. I hope this will continue on in Game 4 and maybe 5, and yeah, we'll see. So my name has been Norman, and I thank you very much for watching OT1.